Hi, everyone. We are back and we are so happy to have Jen Greenhut with us here today. She's a founder, an author, and a stage four survivor. And we have cannot wait to hear her story. Thanks, Jen.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. You can call me Jen with two N's. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a writer, I'm a founder, I'm a stage four survivor, and everything that has happened to me is from stage four cancer. And so I hear myself echo, which is very strange. Uh, I'm honored to be here, but I also don't think this is hooked up. I hear my Lisa, are you able to help a little?
Let's see.
Because I'm hearing I say something and then it's like 3 seconds later.
Hmm. I'm not hearing an echo on our side.
You're not, okay.
No. Do you want to try maybe unplugging and replugging in your microphone, or does your computer have a microphone on it that's separate from the external microphone that you have? It was working just fine before
Yeah,
we
it
went.
does. Is that better? Can you
That's
hear me
better.
now?
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
Okay. Take 2. Uh, okay, okay. So okay, I still hear something on the other side, but I'm gonna try to tune it out. And this is where I pinch myself and say, "Everything is working perfectly, even with echo." So, I'm super excited to share my story and to shed light on what I learned through stage 4 cancer, our true superpowers that we all have within us: love, gratitude, and trust. And sometimes every challenge that we face might be that experience to lead us to the knowing who we truly are, which is love. I'm also gonna share how everything is a story. Even me telling you everything is a story is a story. I believe we are the writers of our stories, and sometimes we don't even understand what stories we've been telling ourselves forever and ever and ever, and where those stories are leading us. And when we choose the story we wish to live, right, sometimes that is the one that comes true. I believe most of it is most of the stories we tell ourselves are the ones we live. So how did I get here? Tell you I am so grateful to be here. I am so grateful to be alive. I was diagnosed with stage 4 triple negative breast cancer. I was given a 12% chance of living past 5 years. Spoiler alert, it's been almost 9 years now, and I can honestly say stage 4 cancer is the best thing that happened to me. And it was also the story that I told myself through my journey through stage 4 cancer. It definitely wasn't how it started. In fact, the day I was diagnosed with stage 4 was truly the worst day of my life, and it wasn't only because of the diagnosis. In the parking lot of the doctor's office, my husband, Larry, he ran over my twice, forward and backward. So let's just say it wasn't a good day for my mom, it wasn't a good day for the valet guys, it wasn't a good day for me. But imagine, I am now upstairs in the doctor's office hearing for the first time that I had stage 4 cancer. Tears are streaming down my face. I'm holding my sister's hand. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I catch Larry pushing my mom in a wheelchair, screaming for help. I have never been more freaked out in my life. I realized I'm dying in my sleep. I realized that I've never even appreciated my life, and I realized that that guy is gonna be my caregiver. Nothing made sense. There was no happy ending to any of this. Later that day, pinching myself, "Wanna wake up. Wake me up from this horrible night. How did I get here?" Well, I was only waking up to the reality that I had stage 4 cancer, and right now the story I was sharing was I was gonna die. But I wanna go back to the realization of where these stories come from. And like I say, my story did not start with love, gratitude, and trust. So I grew up in New York City. My dad produced Woody Allen films, and his philosophy was, "If you have only 3 good days in a year, that's a great year." So my story was, if you're depressed, that means you're smart, and I really wanted to be smart. I really wanted to please my so in order for me to be happy, I was miserable, and I was a competitive gymnast, which guarantees you to never feel good enough. So I leave home at 14 to train for the Olympics. I went to Allentown, Pennsylvania, one of the top clubs of the and I was in the gym 5 hours every day. I was doing great. I was in the United States national team. I traveled all over the world. I won the South African Games, and, well, I learned how to make the perfect ponytail. That was gymnastics. Everything had to be perfect. I learned that crying was bad. I learned that I was only as good as my score. I learned that I had to weigh 88 pounds to look perfect. Perfection was what we wanted. Perfection got us love, perfection got us acceptance, perfection made us known. So that was my upbringing. I had 2 years to train for the Olympics, and I was starting to feel really burnout, but I'm not a quitter. That's not perfection. One day in the gym, working on a new vault, and I land in a pit. All of a sudden, my knee totally dislocates. In 1 week, I'm back at home recovering on a couch and being after major knee surgery. I remember this moment so clearly because my mom comes in with a New York bagel, cream cheese, butter, and I'm smiling. I feel happy. My knee and I are in a happy place, out of the gym, being taken care of. I don't have to do anything. Dawned on me, my body has my back. So from that moment on, that was my story. My body has my back. I ended up not going to the Olympics, not training for the Olympics, but I did finish another 4 years in college, and my life didn't start until after college. But I brought all of the things that I learned from gymnastics, how to be perfect, how to feel like I need to achieve in order to be good, how to go after my dreams, and those dreams are the proof of my work. So, I fell into acting. I fell into singing, I fell into songwriting, and I fell into yoga teaching. They were all parts of me that helped me learn how to express myself. However, what I really wanted most, my story, was that the purpose is to be a mom and to have a family. So I'll fast forward 3 decades, I find my person. I meet Larry. I'm so excited because finally dreams of being a mom and having a family are gonna be true. We get married, we go right into IVF. 3 rounds in, I fail every round. All of a sudden, I'm probably the darkest months of my life because it seemed everything that I had worked for, misery, none of it mattered. I am still a failure, not even good enough to fulfill my purpose, and life must the story I was telling myself was life was punishing me by not allowing my dreams to come true. Larry thought we should take a pause and get a dog, which we did, and I fell in love with this dog as well. But that even made me sad because if I could feel so much love for a pet, for my dog, think of the love I'm missing out with my own child. So I'm sharing this to say that everything that I looked at in life put me down. There was something missing in myself, and I wasn't good enough, and everybody was better than me. So 6 months later, over the holidays, I feel a lump under my arm. I'm not worried at all because that year I've had all my checkups, my mammogram, nothing to worry about. I'm annoyed. I think it's a cyst, something that I have to get removed. In 1 week, I go from a healthy, depressed, yoga teacher to a stage 4 cancer patient. You never forget what goes through your head when you hear you're gonna die. My first thought, "Can't believe I never appreciated my life. Life is such a gift, and what a waste. I never even thought about that." Second thing that went through my "Oh, I get it. I didn't fulfill my purpose. I was given a certain amount of time to be a mom. I failed. Life is kicking me out. I had no worth anymore of being here. So let's get rid of it. Let her come back, she'll try again." That scared me the most. That story rang true for me. But here's the thing, I didn't wanna I started pinching myself. Pinch was only waking me up to the reality, so that wasn't working. So the only other thing I had left, a Jewish, Catholic, Buddhist woman, I started praying. "Please, God, please, God, please show me the right doctor, the one who can save my life, and I promise I will give back for the rest of my life." I was in. God just had to agree. I had 3 doctor appointments lined up, 3 oncologists, 3 different hospitals. The first 2 felt completely wrong, but I remember the 3rd one felt safe right away. He put out his hand, he said, "Hi, I'm Dr. Freeman." He told me the treatment plan. He said 6 rounds of chemotherapy, double mastectomy, 6 weeks of radiation, more surgeries. We're gonna end with removing your ovaries. He said, "Jen, I'm so sorry. You're never gonna have a baby. I want you to know if you had gotten pregnant, it would have killed you." That was my pinch. That was my aha moment. Every every story in my head immediately shifted to show me that life was never punishing me. Life had been protecting me. My entire life flashed before my eyes, and every decision, every mistake, every failed relationship that I judged myself on as being wrong and stupid and bad, I saw that everything had worked out perfectly, and everything was working out. Everything still is working, and that pinch gave me chills because the story about stage 4 cancer, it wasn't coming to kill me, it was coming to teach me something, and I walked out of that office seeing cancer as a gift from God, truly, and I was gonna love everything, and I promised myself, even if I was every day from here on out is a day to be grateful for. Life is a gift no matter what is going on. I could never forget that. So, treatment starts right away, and I started asking myself, not why me, what's in this for me? And I started pinching myself to remind me of that one moment I understood I was being guided, I was loved, and that life is always working out. So I come and I'm in the chemo chair. I decide I don't wanna look at chemo as poison. I wanna look at chemo as healing medicine, possibly saving my life. So I say a prayer before I go around. Thank you for the ability to receive this medicine. Thank you, chemo, for coming to clean out my negative cancer cells, to save my positive ones. I looked at it like a chemo cleanse, that I was special enough to receive. I had to lose my hair. I didn't say, "Why me? I have to lose my hair." I said, "Okay, what's in this for me? Get to experience being bald. Cool. This is a chapter. What's it gonna be like?" Well, it is a little chillier without hair on your head. I realized that. I was like, "Are people gonna see me as a badass or as a sick cancer patient?" Hmm. I was learning it didn't matter what people thought because I was still the same person. I didn't feel any different no matter what I looked like, and that made me feel really empowered, and I bought different colored wigs, named them different characters. My husband was thinking he had, a hall pass, he could date around, so we had fun. I had to have a double mastectomy. I lost my breast. I actually really loved my breast. What's in it for me? Well, I get to design brand new boobs looking exactly like they did, but they will be perfect for the rest of my life. How bad can that be? And what I'm also learning is that I am not my breast. I am not anything than the inside observing, making this machine healthy. I was going with the flow. I was grateful to meet amazing surgeons, amazing doctors who could put me back together. So, what else did I look at? I looked at, okay, I get to tell my husband or ask him to do whatever I please cook me dinner, please walk the dog, please give me a massage, please cancel that plan because I'm tired. I knew how to play the cancer card, and why not? I had stage 4 cancer, and let me just say, if you have stage 4 cancer, it's like the black Amex cancer cards. You can use it whenever you want the rest of your life. Lastly, what else can I be grateful for? Handicap placard. Whenever I choose, I can listen to my body, gave me permission to slow down. And what I learned from slowing down is that when we're so busy, we are missing out on the most important moments of our lives, of just being still and seeing how magical we are. I started meditating. I had a very profound meditative experience where I sat with my organs and my cells, and I went in and I just started appreciating what our bodies do for us. They breathe, they digest, they poop, they sleep. They are functioning and keeping us alive, and we're not doing anything but just going places and doing what we do. But wow, how special is it to have this body, these cells that know exactly what they're doing. And I started thinking about my knee, got us out of gymnastics, and took the blame, and then I thought about my body saved my life by not getting pregnant and doing what it should have done. I had so much compassion and forgiveness and love. I sent love to every cell in my body, especially the cancer cells. These cells were part of me. Maybe they were the ones that felt unworthy, unseen, unloved, put down, and they were acting out. I can't tell you why, but I felt a huge tumor dissolve. My imagination, I don't know. All I know is after 3 rounds of chemo, I'm back at my doctor's office. He's checking for the tumors, seeing how they're doing. He can't find one tumor. He's like, "What did you do?" I said, "I don't know what I did. I love everything. I love you. I love treatment. I love life. I just love everything." He looked at the nurse and he said, "Make a note, chemo brain has kicked in." I didn't care. Because what I was learning was that my body is still on my side. My body never came for me. My body came to show me that the answer is always love. So that aha moment became oh, wait, here's the kicker. I was cancer-free in 4 months. It taught me how powerful not we all are. And when you think you're a superhero, you know, your gratitude and your trust and your love are superpowers, and you know that everybody has these superpowers. You wanna share this with the world. So now it comes to how do I do that? The cancer was called triple negative. So the company that I created was derived by that, but reversed, called zero negative. I wanted to create something that would spread love and give back. So what first happened was we created a tote bag that said love, and it could be used as a chemotherapy bag, and we could sell it and give back to cancer research at UCLA's Johnson Cancer Center Foundation. So that became the basis of now the zero negative compound. We have an intentional lifestyle with accessories, tote bags, crossbody bags, and clutches. We call it the Love Collection because every accessory says love, gives back to a foundation that I created called the Zero Negative Foundation. The mission of the foundation is to empower patients to send them gifts filled with love tote with essential items to get them through treatment. We put prayers next to it, mantras, intentions, and we wanna basically support every patient going through treatment to hopefully inspire their stories to shift. Are they seeing cancer as a punishment or as a blessing? Because possibly just shifting that story could make or break their out. But it's really not about becoming cancer-free for us. It's about living your best life no matter what is going on. You are going through cancer. Life doesn't have to end. There are still things in life for breathing, life itself, because we believe that if life is a gift, everything in life is also a gift. And what if everything is working out for us and not to us? All it takes is a mindset shift to ask that question, "What's in this for me?" So, I also wrote a book with my husband called Everyone Needs a Fairy. I wanted to write a book about my journey. How did I get from stage 4 cancer-free in 4 months? And my husband comes to me and he's like, "What about me?" And I said, "What about you?" He said, "What about the caregiver? Aren't I a part of the success story?" And I said, "Yeah, you totally are. Every caregiver is a part of a patient's success story." And it was so important for us to highlight that journey because we all talk about the patient, we never talk about the caregivers. My journey was just as powerful as his journey was for him. We both didn't choose these roles. We were thrown into patient and caregiver from newlywed, patient and caregiver. So we wrote a book called Everyone Needs a Larry, and it's about his journey as a caregiver, my journey as a patient, and it's a he said, she said banter of how we survived together, love, marriage, and stage 4 cancer. And it's our intention to sharing this for people who's going through a really challenging cancer or something else, and hopefully allowing their stories to become one of this has happened to make us better and not happen to break us up. We have lists and tips, advice, and what to do when your husband runs over your mother's foot, which I hope never happens, but, I will come back to that at the very end. My mom's foot is doing good, so she survived, we all survived Larry's ADHD. Lastly, the last status particle compound, the zero negative compound called the pinch me method was derived from the aha moment that gave me chills, that I felt touched by God. So that pinch reminds me whenever I'm overwhelmed or in a negative spiral, because we're still human beings, things still happen and we still react. The pinch is my way of stepping out of the chaos and into a moment where I get to remind myself that I'm loved, that life is always working out, and I get to choose what superpowers I wanna use. So that pinch I'm able to bring into a coaching technique when I have clients, whether they're cancer survivors, patients, women going through challenges. It doesn't matter what the challenge is. What matters is how we think about the challenge. What matters is the stories that we're telling ourselves. And I am really guiding people to see that their challenge, every challenge, is a way to bring them to where they're supposed to be going, is a way of helping their evolution, is something that possibly their soul has chosen for their growth. And when we can take a look at a different perspective, take that pinch and step out to see dots that are connecting, and the lessons that we're learning, and that everything that we're learning is being shared for this collective healing experience that we're all having together. How awesome is that? And that's stage 4 cancer, ultimately, that we are all part of this one God, special and unique, and our intention being here is to heal and to lift. And so I am so happy to have shared my story and help ignite self-love, all superpowers that we all have, and to serve as a reminder that you have the choice and the power to write the story you wish to live out. So, what story are you writing right now? Let's take a look at it. Every story matters, and every pinch can be that wake-up call that you need to heal. Thank you so much.
Hi, Jen.
Hi,
Thank you so much for sharing your story. That was amazing.
my pleasure.
Yeah, there was a little bit of audio glitch during your talk, but we're gonna make sure we fix that in editing, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
Oh my goodness. I just had another aha moment. The reason why I was hearing the echo was because, I've been watching every woman on this,
Oh,
and it was on my other window, the YouTube channel.
oh.
So I'm so glad that you guys didn't hear that.
No, we did. I did hear not the echo, but it was kind of going in and out a little bit.
Okay.
The sound.
Okay.
So we're gonna see if we can edit and fix the sound. I let everybody know who was listening that there was a little glitch. I didn't know what was going on, but we're gonna try and even out the sound in the editing. So don't worry if
Okay.
we
So sorry.
if we can. That's what I said that at the beginning. I was like, is there another window open? But maybe you just didn't hear me. But that's okay. Listen, we heard your story, and thank you so much for sharing. And we love Larry. We're happy. We're happy. Everybody needs a Larry.
Everybody needs a Larry.
That's for sure. Um, but thank you. Such a wonderful, triumphant story. And thank you for taking time to share it with us.
My
And
pleasure. My
we
pleasure.
really appreciate you being here.
So happy to be here. And yeah, I hope I hear from some people. I would love to connect. And this is an amazing conference and organization. And I love women helping women, lifting women.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much again. We are going to take a little break. We'll be back at the top of the hour with Chanel Boyd. So thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Stay here.